kiss us on the mouth.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to episode 66 of the Tell Us Something Good podcast. I'm Purple, or rather, I guess you can call me Perp too. I know. I'm a snack lover extraordinaire. You haven't heard of me. That's my title. And this is my co-host.
Hi, I'm Tiffany, she, her. I'm your least favorite Twitch streamer and general do-gooder. And once a week, Perp and I hang out and we tell positive news stories for dark times, and we share what we call your glimmers. That is anything that makes you smile or gives you hope or makes you giggle or blush during the week. And you can send those in to us via our Instagram or our email at tusgpod@gmail.com. Perp, how are you feeling? What you do this week? How's Dungeon Crawler Carl coming?
They're on floor 2.
We're on floor 2, which means she's about, what, 25 to 30% of the way through the book?
That's something. I'm really enjoying the journey.
It is about the journey and not the destination, so.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I feel better because I think I would be sitting in agony knowing I don't have book 2, but I do have book 2. So I'm like, oh, once I finish this, I can go right into this one. And then once I start the second one, I'll probably go right into the third one. And so, yeah. I like it though. But yeah, so I worked on that. I try to do some kind of task in the morning before I have to get ready for work. So let's see. I went to a concert on Thursday for the Aquabats. Yeah. It was so good. I got my tattoo shaded in yesterday, which was dope. I was very, very excited. And then let's see what else happened. The final episode of The Amazing Digital Circus came out, so we watched that on Friday. And I got to watch Carousel 2 and very little of 3. But that's been my week.
Was it 2 or 3 that had like the guy dressed as a hot dog?
2.
Gotcha. Okay, so I caught a little bit of 2.
Yep. You did.
I was really uncomfortable with all of the Nazi propaganda that was in it.
Yeah. It was all like a theory in the first movie that everyone was talking about.
Is there a carousel in it at all?
In the first movie, there's a carousel.
So, but it's still called Carousel 2 and 3.
Yes.
Okay. It's kind of like how my favorite bad movie is called Troll 2 and there's not a single troll in it.
Oh my gosh, that's right. But
they're goblins.
Yeah.
They're goblins and they're in Nilbog, which by the way, Nilbog is goblin backwards.
Oh, you're kind of unlocking a memory.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of remember you mentioning this so long ago.
So long ago. I love that movie. One thing about me is I love a terrible horror movie. It's so funny to me.
So that's basically what Carousel's about. It's basically a terrible.
What is my week like?
Yes.
Oh, well, I worked a lot. I watched a couple of movies. I watched the 2009 version of Friday the 13th, which I was really excited about because Jason Voorhees just came to Dead by Daylight and it has been taking over my life. I'm having a lot of fun playing as Jason Voorhees on Dead by Daylight. He is super broken. There's no reason why I should be winning almost every single match. I'm not a good killer, but he's really broken and really fun to play. So I watched the 2009 version with Jared Padalecki from Supernatural, and it made me think because that movie came out in 2009, and you know what else came out in 2009? The remake of the cult classic My Bloody Valentine, which starred the other Supernatural star, Jason Eccles. So I was like, oh, they did like a season of Supernatural, and then they're like, yeah, I'm gonna go do a horror movie and then come back and do 27,000 more seasons of Supernatural.
Yeah. I do, I really appreciate it. When I was rewatching it for a bit and then I kind of fell off, but
it's
Jared
a good
and
show.
Jensen, man, they're good.
They're a good duo. They really are fun to watch, and I don't know, I like them a lot. I watched this movie called Last Stop in Yuma County really good. It's about this guy who stops at this like desert gas station. They're waiting for the fuel truck, so everyone's waiting at the diner next door, and then in comes these two guys that just robbed a bank. And like it's about them all being stuck in the diner together and like waiting for these fuel trucks. It's very tense. It's very like it even though they're all mostly in a diner the whole time, like the movie moves really quick. It's really good. And then I watched the new Mortal Kombat 2 last night. It was listen, it's a silly movie obviously, but it's really fun. Like the kills are fun, the fights are fun. If you just want to watch like a silly and it's, it feels like there's a lot of like little like Easter egg crumble sprinkles in it that make it feel like a video game. Um, like I don't want to like ruin it because it's just really it's a fun watch. I suggest it. Um, Dungeon Crawler Carl 4. I finished my Princess Donut cosplay. I did some volunteering. I worked. It's been an action-packed week, I guess, actually. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I get that. I actually just remembered we did play Dead by Daylight together on Wednesday, but that feels so far away now.
Yeah, and I've played this new game yesterday called Mecha Chameleon. Have you seen that yet? It's like
No.
hide and seek with your friends, but you get time to find a hiding space and like paint yourself to like match what you want to hide in. And it's really fun. It's been really fun to play.
Mecha Chameleon.
Mecca Chameleon.
Hmm. Chameleon.
Mecha
Is it
Mecha
on
Mecha
Steam?
Mecha Mecha Chameleon. It is on Steam.
Okay. All right. I'll have to look
Come
into it.
and
I want to
go.
hide. I want to hide and seek things.
You're really good at hiding and seeking. Well, I know you're really good at hiding.
I'm good at hiding and seeking. Yes. Am I? Have I
I don't.
have I had to hide before?
Well, you
Oh,
spent
never
your whole
mind.
childhood hiding, so I just figured.
No, you're right.
If you're new to the podcast, Purpose grew up scared of everything, and like if someone rang her doorbell when she was home, she would just hide like in her closet and like wait for them to go away.
Well, the closet would have been a good spot. I hid in the basement, away from
That's so
windows,
scary. Why the basement?
because there was no windows. I was just like
To
trying not to
who?
get kidnapped, yo. To me. It made sense to me. Remember, I didn't get kid printed. I didn't have I didn't
It's
have my information
true.
out there. That's it. That's all. I had nothing. Alrighty.
You probably didn't
Do
feel
you?
as, safe as I did because you weren't kid printed.
That's right. That's right. I had to fend for myself. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it was
It's all
rude of
good.
me to not realize that.
No, you're fine. I'm not offended at all.
I know,
If
I'm
anything, the
doing a
news
bit
scared
where I
me.
act a little bit more sorry than I need to.
Okay,
It's
I
called
was
a bit.
like, wait. I couldn't tell. I was like, you're good. You're fine. It's okay.
I
Uh,
know.
okay, good.
Do you guys ever have to over explain your bits to your friends so they're not funny anymore? Yeah, me neither. It's okay.
And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. Tiff, do you want to know what made me grumpy this week?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you sound so excited. You're like, I guess. Sure.
No, it's just, listen, I'm still caught up on the bit thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Do you want to sit on it a little bit longer?
No, we don't have time. We don't have time to talk about
Oh,
bits right now.
oh, okay.
Perp, can you tell me your grumps? Perp, we really remember last time when I thought the wheels were coming off and the brakes were broken on the like 2 episodes ago? Where are we now?
I don't know where you are. I'm like on track.
I know you are. I don't know what's going on.
So we went to our concert, right? We went to the Aquabats concert. It was dope. I got like the shirt. I got a really cute pin. Um, I had a massive headache that I could not get rid of. Like I felt like I was hungover,
Oh,
and I think it was just due to having lack of water. And like my mouth was like kind of dry, so that was kind of sucked. But anyway, the point was, I just wish I got more merch. But at the same time, I was like, I don't want to have to carry it. There was also this guy at the show. This little mofo, he was wearing a Misfits shirt and he had a green cadet hat. And I was just like, you little... He starts trying to like start a pit over by like me. And I'm like push people that don't want to be in the pit. Like he's trying to start something. And I'm like, go over there. Go away from... Don't do that. So I was trying to think of a term for him. And I was like, oh, instead of like a shit stirrer, he's like a pit stirrer.
Pit stirrer. That's funny.
Don't be a pit stirrer. And like that was a thing. And then another thing they're going with the pit is that, you know, I was on the outskirts, so we're just like making sure people are going. I felt someone put both their hands on my back and like try to push me in there. And I was like a tank girl. Like I was like, nope. Like, don't push me. Don't be pushing people in pits that don't want to go in pits. But yeah, that was it. And then another grump is there's actually, by the time this comes out, the event would have already passed, but there's another event called Ska the Lot, and it's currently sold out. Goldfinger, Mustard Plug, The Suicide Machines, Five Iron Frenzy, and then Sullivan's, it's sold out. I don't know, just like tickets being sold out, man, or shows being sold out. Yeah. But
I hate fucking scalpers.
that's pretty much my grumps.
Those are good grumps.
Thanks.
Those were some good ones. What am I grumpy about? So the other day I woke up, lost my nose ring. Don't know where it went. It was just gone. So my identity. I know. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna go get them both re-pierced because I used to have both sides done, and then I lost one, and I said that's fine, and then I lost both, and I said, never mind, it's not fine. So I do have to go do that. I don't have a lot of other grumps, do I? I'm just really upset about losing my nose ring for the most part.
I'm upset for you. Wait, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. You woke up and it was gone?
Well, here's the thing. I could feel it like, you know, because I just had a ring that was like the bendable circle where you kind of just pushed it together.
Yeah, that's
It
what my
wasn't
nose
like
ring is.
it wasn't like a clicker. It
Oh,
was
never mind.
like a malleable metal. If
Okay.
it was a clicker, it probably would still be in my nose because it would have clicked shut. But I guess if the metal
Clicker.
got bent in my sleep, I must have been sleeping real good.
Mhm.
And if I felt it like kind of coming out of my nose as I was waking up, and I was like, I thought it was like, you know, sometimes you get like a little crusty on your nose ring. I thought it was like a little crusty. I was like, oh, let me get that off. And then I flinged the nose ring somewhere, and it's like a little 18 gauge circle, you know? It's very,
Mhm.
I have not found it. So it flung off somewhere into my room, and now that's where it lives, somewhere.
Hmm.
That's it. That's what happened.
Flinging nose rings left and
Fling it.
right.
It's what I do.
Pow. Mhm.
And I think that's really it. Like, I don't. I'm a little stressed out by wedding stuff. I feel like I have a lot of stuff to do right now and no time to do it, even though I've had so many days to do them. I'm at a loss.
All right. Did you make a list?
No.
You still got time. You got time to make a list.
Yeah, maybe I make a list this week. I'm also a little grumpy that I didn't edit tomorrow's podcast earlier, and now I have to edit it today.
I think you did that last week.
I know. I have like a pattern apparently that I keep repeating. It's not good.
Okay. We both work full-time jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And we have stuff going, like we have our lives outside of this, so like I get it. I get it.
Thanks for getting me, perp.
You're welcome.
All I've ever wanted
You're-
was to be gotten. And you really do that for me.
Yeah. I was like, but not in like a kidnapping kind of way.
I mean,
like,
maybe if you like it like that.
oh my God. No, it'd be you. It'd be you. I wouldn't kidnap you, Tiff. I'd make sure you were aware and I'd be like, hey, are you good if I don't know where I would take you. We can go to the beach or something.
You would kidnap me to the beach?
I mean, we would probably just be hanging out at that point. Is it really kidnapping?
Depends.
You would have to agree to it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I could kidnap you without
Yeah, I'm probably really difficult to kidnap without my consent.
Yeah,
I
see,
feel like I
I
would
would
be
never
a
do that.
difficult. I feel like that's why I haven't been kidnapped. Before it was the kid print, but now it's just my general off-puttingness. That's one of my glimmers, is that I'm so off-putting that I could never be kidnapped. Oh, actually, I do have a grump. I was speaking of being kidnapped. Actually, that almost happened to me at the beach. I forgot to tell you. So I don't know if you know this about Jacksonville, but there's a lot of sex trafficking that comes out of Jacksonville.
Okay.
Um, and I was at the beach alone on Friday morning, because I said, I have free will. I want to go swim in the ocean for a little bit this morning. So that's what I did. I drove to the beach to swim in the ocean. I'm getting out. I'm like drying off. I was thinking about going back in. I kept like coming out because the water was really warm. So I was a little concerned about sharks. So I kept like coming out and going back in. Sharks like warm
Oh,
water.
okay. No.
And it's not usually that warm this like I mean it was like heated pool warm. Like it was warm.
Ooh, a lot of
It
people
felt
peed in it.
like 70 like 78 degree in the ocean. Yeah, it's from all the fish pee. That's why global warm that's why the oceans are heating up. It's all the fish pee, you guys.
We figured it
Um
out.
what is this episode today? So I'm getting dried off. This lady's approaching from the beach entrance, which is really just like a hole in the dunes that you walk through. So she's approaching. She's like, "Oh, how's the water?" She's dressed in like overalls. She's not dressed like she's coming to the beach. She's dressed like in like a hippie, like an artsy hippie, like boho
Yep.
chic.
Hmm.
How's the water? This lady smells like piss. I'm like, why does this woman smell like piss? So she
She
smells like piss.
peed.
She's coming up to me to ask me about the water. I'm being kind. I'm like, oh, it's warm. I said it's unseasonably warm. It made me a little worried about sharks. And she was like, yeah, I was gonna say, like, my dad, he has a house over here. And I was like, okay, well, I have to go to work. You're not getting me to your dad's house. That's crazy. And then I went on, but she was, I feel like she was gonna try to sex traffic me.
Wait, was she like inviting you to her dad's house?
Yeah, she was setting it up for an invite to her dad's house. I'm like, you don't live in this area, ma'am. I specifically drove to the rich area, so like most people would
Mm,
just ignore me, and I could just like park on a side street and then walk over to beach access and not have to pay $20 just to park, which is what you have
mm-hmm.
to do if you go to the touristy area of the beach. But I'm too smart for that. So I know this lady doesn't live here because she smells like piss. Why are you coming out here? Go back to your dad's house and take a shower. You smell like piss.
Well, I think she peed in the ocean, and that's why she smelled like piss.
No, see,
Or
I pee in the ocean all the time and I've never smelt like piss.
well, you said it was really warm, so maybe she peed a lot.
She
I
wasn't
don't
even
know her
in the
life.
water.
Oh, well, because she already
I
was in the
didn't like
water because
meet
she
her.
peed.
She didn't like pop up out of the ocean like old fucking Greg. She wasn't like, "What are you doing in my waters?" That's not what she did.
Maybe she was gonna go take a shower in the ocean.
She needed one.
Yeah.
She needed one.
That's weird
Um,
though. Don't invite people to your dad's house that you just meet on the beach. That's terrible. That's terrible.
anyway, those are our grumps. What made you smile this week?
So Thursday night, went to that concert. It was my first ska show in like over 6 years. It was just so good. And it was just such a good time. I had such a good time. And I can tell like from previous like ska shows or like previous concerts I went to when I was like way younger and I really cared about how I looked, right? Because I was like, oh, I gotta look the part. I did not care. I was like, I'm not gonna care if I look the part. I'm like, it's dark. No one's gonna care. You do whatever you want. You just like have a good time, right? So that was great. I wore earplugs, which was I'm gonna do that just from now on at any concert I ever go to. Because one, you can hear the lyrics
Earplugs
so
are
much clearer.
yeah, earplugs rock.
And oh my God. And then there was a really good moment. It was like the last song. Okay. This is like the best. This is like my like top moment I'm like living on a high for. So his name's the MC Bat Commander. Okay. He's like the lead singer. And oh my gosh. The last song was called Super Rad. And he came into the crowd. He comes into the crowd with the mic and he's just like And he also was like hugging everyone at the barrier. He gets into the crowd and he's all the way on the other side of us. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna whip my phone out. And so like take a picture, take a video of him in the crowd. Tiff, I don't get starstruck, okay? But like I'm ready to get my phone out of my back pocket. I'm like, okay, here we go. And I like see him, and then as soon as I get my phone and I look up, he's like right there. Like he's right in front of me. And I was like, oh, hi. Like, I just like everything's happening, all the music's going, and I was just like, and he like comes in full hug, like full hugs me. And I was just like, and like I put my phone like quickly away, by the way, before this happened. And I like put my arms around him and I was like, oh my God, like this is happening. I've never had this happen. I've never seen them live before. The MC Bat Commander comes in, hugs me full on, and I was just like, and then, sorry, I'm like, I have a little bit of happy tears happening. And it just was so good. And then like he like we let go and then he like brings the mic up and like we like sing into the mic together and I was just like, this is so cool. This is so cool. Oh my God. It was already a good show, but then that happened. And then like I spin around because Big Snacks is behind me at this point, and I just go like, oh my God. Oh my God, this happened. And then I look and the guy like lead singer's like right behind me, like he went in for like I think like Big Snacks called it like a bro hug type thing with him, and I as I'm like freaking out saying oh my god that just happened, like he's right there so he probably sees me like freaking and then he like made his way like past us, he went like back behind us like, and you know, props to the security guy at the barrier who's like holding like the cord to the microphone, but and he's oh my God, Tip, I was just so I like could not believe that happened. Like I just could not. I was like, that's never like I've sang into mics before, but never at like a venue that has the barrier. Usually I've been to like underground shows where the stage is like right there and you're like you can touch the stage. Um so that was magical. That was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And it was just so it was so cool. And I remember Big Snack saying like he looked like he wanted to hug you. And I was like, that's so cool. I love that. That's so awesome. So that was adorable. I love that moment. And
That
then
is
I
so
guess
sweet. You're gonna
that
be
was a
able
really
to
big
keep
glimmer
that.
of
You're gonna
light.
keep that forever and ever and ever. That's awesome.
I made a joke and I was like, I can never wash this shirt. I can never take a shower.
Hmm.
I can never. I did. I took a shower like the next morning because I
You
was so tired,
can't.
and I did, and I washed the shirt too because I had beer on it from that guy. I had to. Um, but yeah, it was so good. That was like that glimmer, like that. Oh my God! And then on Friday like evening, there's a video of it, of that moment happening. Like, and you have to kind of like look for it. But I was like, oh my God, it's not just like a thing I'm telling people. Like, I have actual proof. I have actual proof that it happened. So it's so great. So that was wonderful. That was like the best glimmer.
That's
Um,
awesome.
thanks. It was just oh, it was so therapeutic. The whole show was
I'm
very, very
sure.
therapeutic. Oh my God. So that
Oh,
was
I love
great.
you so much.
I love you too. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So that was great. That really just that was the very powerful glimmer. And then the next one, um, it's just my second one because the other one was so big. Still good, still a glimmer. This one was at the tattoo parlor that I went to yesterday. And it's an all well, the tattoo parlor I go to is all female and like it's like yeah, it's all female slash like queer like tattoo parlor. Okay.
Cool.
And yeah, it's pretty dope. And it was so nice. We had like the wind or had they had the door open. So like there was a nice breeze coming in. We just all had a good time. Overall, I got my tattoo finished. I brought a little oatmeal square, a cinnamon brown sugar oatmeal square for her because I was like maybe she wants one. And she appreciated it so much. And I was like, okay, next time I'm just gonna bring food for everybody. I'll just bring like oatmeal squares for
I used
everyone.
to I used to bring like those little McDoubles to the tattoo shop when I was getting my sleeve done, and I would bring like 12 McDoubles to the tattoo shop for everybody and just drop them off so they would have something to eat.
Well, that's so nice of
Hmm.
you. Well, I was thinking about it because she was saying, let's see, I had her from like 12 to almost, 12 to 4 or 4:30, something like that. And then her next one came in, and I think she said she was going to be there till like midnight. And I was like, but they showed up right as I was leaving. So I was like, oh, okay. So, and she only took like, I think we took like 3 5-minute breaks. So, and I ate because I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. So, feed your tattoo artist. Feed them.
Please, yeah.
And she was so sweet. Oh, I also made her bracelets. I made her bracelets. That was also cute. So I
That's
got to
very
see
cute.
her. Like her business card has some colors on it. So I did like her, like basically her Instagram handle. And then I did her actual like name. And she likes Lisa Frank. So I did Lisa Frank colors. And I explained it. She says, you are so literally like, she just says, like, I'm sweet, like all the time.
And you are.
So it's just so funny. I'm like, do people not normally treat you like this? Like, I mean, I hope everyone's sweet to her. But yes. If you're gonna go to get a tattoo done, I would bring some kind of like, if you're gonna pack yourself snacks, I would pack at least like pre-packaged stuff for your artist. Just saying. But yeah. So anyway, those are my glimmers. Very powerful, very like I'm just having a really good week.
The concert one is
And
insane.
I know it doesn't sound real, does it? It sounds like a dream.
Mm-mm.
It sounds so good. Oh, also, I advise anybody if you're gonna stand for as long as I did, like we didn't sit
Dr.
down, and we could sit down,
Scholl's.
by the way. Yeah, wear Dr. Scholl's, man. That's where it's at. Um, we could have sat down, but we would have had to pay. We literally would have had to pay to sit at like a table and chairs. They didn't let anyone sit down. And I was like, that's fine. And at one point I think I had to pee, and I was like, nope, no, I don't. We're just gonna hold it. And then I forgot about it. I no longer had
Mhm.
to pee. It wasn't bad pee, by the way. It was
It
fine.
was good pee.
Yeah, it wasn't like I think it was like an anxious pee. So I don't think I actually had to pee, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? It gives
Uh,
okay. Anxious pee. Basically for my anxious peers, if you're gonna go, it's there's different forms of it, but if you're excited or anxious to go to an event and it's not like bad anxious, it could be, and you feel like you have to pee, but you just did kind of thing, that's an anxious pee. It's not you don't actually have to go. You just it's your body like reacting. There's also anxious poops and anxious tummy aches. Those are I feel like they're all in the same group. But anxious peers, I
I
see
feel
you.
like I get the sensation of having to poop when I get anxious.
Yep.
I'm
And
like,
is it
come
like it's that would
on.
be like a bad anxious to me instead of like a good anxious.
Yeah, and it
So
is.
anxious, yeah. So anxious pee could be good, but anxious poop is probably bad. But that's okay.
That's okay.
So Tiff, I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm like taking so long to share my glimmer. That's it though. Those were my
It's
glimmers. I
okay.
just had the
It
two.
was a beautiful list of glimmers.
Thanks. You guys got some. If you guys are watching, you got to see me cry. So
They could
anyway,
hear it, don't worry.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this. I'm gonna have to rewatch it and be like, was it obvious?
Should we put the video of the you have of the moment on our Instagram later after this episode
Yeah, we
airs?
could. Yeah, it's very zoomed in. So, yeah, yeah, we
We'll
could.
we'll do that.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Be like magical. But Tiff, those are my glimmers. Those are all wonderful and nice. But I would really like to know what made you smile this week.
Okay, so I had a good time at the Creatorverse conference. That was fun. I met some cool people there. We got some glimmers to share from the event, which is nice. Other people's glimmers. I got to see Troy in his full suit with his suspenders and his little bow tie, and it's very cute. And maybe that's where you're hearing Whatever Forever from because he got it embroidered on the inside of his jacket. Because he's a big modern baseball fan, and you know, we always say like oh, it's whatever forever together. Because like whatever comes, we can just take care of it together because we're a team.
Yeah.
Hmm. I feel like there was some other stuff, but I don't know. I'm kind of drawing a blank. I'm a little upset with myself for not using my Glimmer book because you know how much easier it is to remember all the nice stuff that happens when you actually write it down?
Yep.
But oh, I went to the beach all by myself. Forgot to tell you that. I did go to the beach. I swam in the ocean and I didn't get sex trafficked even though that lady tried her best. So that was cool. And yeah. Oh, and I made a really good cake for Troy's birthday. Troy's birthday just passed. So I made a cake and I made a dinner and it was really good.
So what kind of cake was? Well, first off, when was his birthday? What day was it?
The 12th.
Happy birthday, Troy.
Yeah,
Belated.
it was belated. Um, yeah, he's over the hill now. He made it. Good job,
Yay!
bud. Good job,
Well,
friend.
I what so wait, what kind of cake was it and what kind of food did you make? I want details.
I made a chocolate cake with vanilla frosting, and it was double decker. So I made two little 6-inch rounds, and then I put them on top of each other, and then I covered the whole thing
Girl.
with the.
Oh.
What I wish I did though was Oreo crunchies in the middle of the cake.
Oh.
That's what I think I
Ooh.
missed out on, and I think I missed out on chocolate chips in the batter. So next year, chocolate chips in the batter, crushed up Oreos in between um, the cake.
Couldn't you just make it before next year? Couldn't you just make it like
No.
okay. 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 All right.
And I just use the Duncan Hines chocolate cake box mix. And instead of eggs, I use flax egg. So you just take flax seeds and water and you let them sit together for a little bit and it creates an egg consistency. And you just use that instead of eggs. And I used soy milk instead of regular milk.
I did not know that
And the other
about.
thing I wish I did was I wish I put a cup of coffee in it, in the batter.
Why?
Coffee deepens that chocolate taste. It just coffee and cocoa work really really well together.
Man, you got those cake tips. That's for sure.
I've got
Dang.
I
Okay.
got tips for cake all day.
Cake. Awesome.
So it was good cake.
Yeah. And then what did you make for food?
I made what he really wanted was twice baked potatoes. So I made twice baked
Yay.
potatoes. But I also made
Yay.
a homemade like white mushroom gravy and I put it over these little like fake turkey breaded cutlets. And then I did roasted Brussels sprouts.
See, I appreciate the details because I can be like I can just like envision it. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I like twice baked potatoes because it's basically like mashed potatoes and a baked potato all at the same time.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
the
I love me some
best way to have
potatoes.
a potato, I think. Oh, I mean, really, there's no bad way to have a potato, but twice baked potatoes, they take a lot of love and attention. And of course, I do the garlic mashed potatoes when I make them.
Ooh. Yeah,
The only thing I
gotta.
didn't have time to do was roast garlic. I wish I had time to roast garlic
Mm.
instead of doing like the tubed minced garlic, which is what I normally would not put in there, but you gotta do
Oh,
what you gotta do sometimes.
yeah. I've only had minced garlic in like jars. All right, you mince it yourself in like a little mincer. That's it. Dang, girl. Okay, okay. Look at you go.
I'd be
Okay,
cooking.
next year. Next year. Just
Sure. Next year, maybe some vegan lobster rolls.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay. You know who else has
Woo!
glimmers?
Who? Who?
So many people. We have so many glimmers to get through today. So we have our listener glimmers. Our first anonymous glimmer says two people at Creatorverse recognized me from Collective Con. That's huge. In our business to get recognized is good. Becoming a local celebrity is the first step to becoming a real celebrity. So that's awesome. Congratulations. It feels really good when your hard work starts to pay off and people are like, aren't you that guy? Aren't you that girl that did this? So that's awesome. Congratulations. Do you want to read the next one?
I do. That is really cool. I love recognition is so good. That's good. I love that. Yeah, let me bring up. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So, next anonymous listener glimmer would be, or actually no, we're starting the board, aren't we?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're still anonymous mostly, but
Right. Gotcha. Um did you want to did we already explain the context of how you got these glimmers?
oh, I guess we could talk about that. I went to Creatorverse last weekend. I brought a cute little poster board, which I can show you. Hold on.
Hey, adorbs. Adorbs. Look at that. Look at that. Tiff made that. Tiff made that.
It's basically just to introduce our podcast to a new audience and let people know what we were about. And I basically made space for them to share their glimmers with us at the convention after telling them kind of what our like core missions with the podcast are and stuff. So people seem to be receptive. So that's what the next set of glimmers is kind of from. It's how I collected these for this week.
Yay. All right. So I guess they would just be anonymous glimmers.
Yeah, for the most, unless they're marked otherwise.
Okay. Alrighty. So, first anonymous glimmer is finding the fun, beauty, weird, and humor in everyday, every person in every situation. And then there's a cute little smiley face and it says, laugh and have fun. And I love that.
That's really cute.
That is. I feel like that's how I live my life.
I like that.
That's how I live.
I feel like that is how you live your life.
I just don't take life too seriously. That's all.
And you
It's
can't.
just not, it's not worth
And you
it.
really can't.
Nah. Nah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. The next one on the list just says Adam Chitani. And as someone who knows Adam Chitani, I can tell you that he is also a glimmer of mine. You don't know Adam. You'll see him sometimes in my streams as Pench. Hobo Poppy Pench. If you
Okay.
But
Yeah.
he's the one who cooks all the food for like our big events. And he
Aw.
always makes sure that not only is there a vegan option for me there, but it's delicious every single time. He puts so much love and care into it. I'm a big fan. And he's also really talented, and he's very funny. So
Go Adam.
he's
Hey,
very
round
nice,
of
yeah.
applause.
Go Adam. All right, what's next?
Let's see. Next anonymous glimmer is, I'm gonna double check. I'm making sure I'm going in order here. Okay. Next anonymous glimmer, or no, this is not anonymous. Haha. I have a name. So this glimmer is from Ernest M. And it says, I got to volunteer last week after 2 months of
Wrist injury recovery.
Thank you. Thank you. Here, I'll reread it. All right. So the next non-anonymous glimmer is from Ernest M. And it says, I got to volunteer last week after 2 months of wrist injury recovery, which, holy poop, that's a long time for recovery. And your wrist is so, like, it's important, right?
It's an
Your hand's
important part of your
attached to it.
body.
Yeah. I just say your hand's attached to it. Look how important it is. But no, that's dope. I love that.
I can also tell you that I love Ernest as well. I know him very well. We volunteer sometimes at Feeding America together. He's the one who facilitates all of those volunteer groups for us. So also very, very cool person.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Thank you,
that.
Ernest, for putting all your time. I'm glad you're feeling better. It's a glimmer of mine too.
Yeah.
Our next glimmer, oh wow, this person did it so cute, is also not anonymous. It says, I love the unintentional little giggles and sounds people make when they get excited. And that's from our friend Shuby, who is also local creator here in Jacksonville. He does a lot of comic book stuff. And he's a videographer for the news here. So he's very important to us here. We love Shuby, and an autism activist. So I love that about him.
Oh.
So that's Shuby. Thank you so much for sharing your glimmer with us, Shubes. I appreciate that. Our next glimmer.
Next glimmer is I got my first novel pre-order request, and
Whoop.
it has and it's from FGD.
I have no
Tell me
idea
what
who
it says.
FGD is, but I am so happy that your novel was pre-ordered. That is so exciting. Here is to many, many, many more pre-orders and soon a New York Times bestseller slot. How about that?
Maybe it stands for like Fire God Dragon or something.
Maybe congratulations, Fire God Dragon.
Thank you, Fire God Dragon.
I
Awesome.
can't believe we just doxed them on the internet like that. That's crazy. Our next anonymous glimmer says, paid bills with art convention money. That's amazing. You're a real artist now, Pinocchio. Congratulations. It feels really good to make a little bit of money off your art and use it for something like bills. It really makes you feel like, maybe I can do this, you know?
Yeah, no,
So
that's a
that's
big
cool.
deal. Like to be able to have your work be supported that much and then be able to like put that money toward your bills is like awesome.
Big
And
deal,
I
big
I hope it
deal.
just keeps happening for you. That's
Mm-hmm.
dope. So, our next anonymous glimmer is it gives me joy when I see someone take accountability, which me too. Me too, actually. I love that. What a wonderful glimmer that is. Mm,
I also
so good.
need people to take accountability. Like how I just wasn't taking accountability for being on my phone instead of doing a podcast.
I didn't.
This anonymous glimmer says, the look my son gives after ripping a toot. And that's how, when I say that glimmers can be anything, it can be anything. Glimmers are relative, you know? So I'm happy for you. Thank you for sharing your glimmer with us. That's so beautiful. What's next?
That, you know, I don't even think I have a toot face. I'm gonna think about that now. So the next anonymous glimmer is my friends brought me a coffee.
Oh, that's nice.
Adorable. Adorable. Love
I would
that.
bring you a coffee perp if you lived closer.
Thank
If you
you.
had to
Thank
work and
you.
I was off on a Wednesday, I'd bring you a coffee and a donut.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just want you to
Okay.
know
You know
what
it
you're
right in my
missing out
heart.
on, what you're missing out on by not living near me.
Oh
Thank
my
you for
God.
sharing your coffee glimmer. It's really nice when our friends get us like that.
Yeah.
Our next glimmer is from Ariel, and it says, finding a silver lining in God's creation no matter what's happening in life. And I think that's beautiful. I think glimmers are for everybody of all belief systems and walks of faiths. And if that's what gets you through your day, then I am so happy that you have it at your fingertips to help you do that.
Yeah. Also, that's some dope handwriting,
It's
I
good
gotta say.
handwriting. Yeah, it's
That
pretty.
is amazing.
Great job, Ariel.
Thank you. Thank
Our
you.
next glimmer. Oh, that was all the glimmers.
That was all the glimmers. That was a lot.
It
That was
was
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
glimmers.
glimmers, yeah.
Dang, girl. Woof. Shoot. Okay. Well, thank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you
Thank you
for all the
guys
glimmers. Oh my
for
gosh, that was a
participating,
lot.
sharing your glimmers. It's really nice of you. Cool. Maybe we'll do a little, since we have them handwritten, maybe I'll start going. Remember, I used to post the glimmers? Maybe I'll go make some of those today while I'm editing the pod.
If it's not too much, you don't have to do it today even. You can do it whenever you have time this week.
Wednesday and Thursday.
I just don't want you to overwork yourself, that's all.
Thanks,
So
Perp.
let's see.
Nice of you to say that.
You're welcome. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm probably not gonna do clips today. I just make notes and I'll probably do them tomorrow.
Probably,
Um,
well, you can't wait usually until I edit the pod because I take forever to edit the pod. But I'm like, sometimes stuff gets clipped and then it doesn't actually end up in the podcast.
it's like a
And
behind
I'm
the
like,
scenes.
yeah, but sometimes it shouldn't be clipped.
Oh no.
So sometimes it's cut for a reason.
Oh shoot. I'm sorry that here I am like making it like
Just throwing up,
amplifying it.
being like, no, it's fine. It's fine. We'll get to it.
Oh God. Okay.
No
Well, hey guys.
no one's mad at anybody.
I think I haven't noticed anything wrong, so I think it's okay. Um, but hey, those were all wonderful glimmers. Appreciate it. If you guys do want to send in your glimmer to us so we can share it on the pod, just like we did with everybody else what we just did. And if you want to, we do have an Instagram, and that is Tell Us Something Good Pod. If you want to respond to our story prompts, I'll post them throughout the week. Ask what made you smile recently. Or you can DM us on Instagram as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have an email address, and that is tusgpod@gmail.com. Bum, 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 bum. That's it. I did it. Oh, what are you? Oh,
That's a G for Gmail.
I thought you were doing the heart thing of that I didn't understand last week.
Oh.
Where I was like, I don't know what that means.
Wait, is yours on the
And I was
right
like-
side?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it's too far.
Well, I thought we could go to the edge and be like connected.
Yeah, I'm on my edge,
But
but I
no.
think we have different layouts.
Oh yeah, girl, we do. Because you are in the middle of your screen for me. You're like right here. Now you're in front of your. It's fine. It's fine, Tiff. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Or are we actually going this way?
No.
I don't know. Okay. Fine, Tiff. Fine. Hey, we have stories.
We've got to share.
Yeah. Did you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. Mine,
All right.
hey, it's Father's Day. Not when this comes out, but when we're recording it. So this is topical because this is about girl dads.
Woo woo.
I found this on goodgoodgood.co. I did see it actually a couple weeks ago, but I skipped it and I brought it back now. I think it's a perfect time. Girl dads are talking about periods and hairstyles over beers at the pub. It's not a mom topic, they say. It's a parenting topic. On March 8th, podcast hosts Matt Carter and Lawrence Price posted a video to TikTok captioned 35 dads in a pub learning to braid their daughter's hair. Since 2024, Price and Carter have been exploring the nuances of modern fatherhood on their show, The Secret Life of Dads. This year, they started holding in-person gatherings to help other fathers trade tips and tricks. And the first event, titled Pints and Ponytails, was held early in February, when roughly three dozen fathers squeezed around a long table covered in mannequin heads and learned new hairstyles as they drank beers at the Lucky Saints pub in London, England. The events soon went viral, gaining global attention as viewers praised the dads for learning and growing together. On March 16th, the news outlet Nexta praised the hosts for reinventing a boys' night out in a positive way. How adorable. In London, dozens of men gather in a pub to learn how to braid their daughter's hair, the Eastern European media company shared on Twitter. The meetings last about 2.5 hours. They drink beer together, and they learn with stylists how to make ponytails and braids. And they praised The Secret Life of Dads for creating a space where parents could discuss the challenges of raising children and support each other without judgment. The next day, Andrew fucking Tate, a controversial, ugly, bald-ass bitch and self-proclaimed king of toxic masculinity, quote reposted the media company and belittled the Pints and Ponytails event, invoking racial supremacy and using a derogatory slur. In return, Price and Carter, two hot and sexy kings, took to Instagram to poke fun at Tate's remark. Taint, by the way. Like the gooch. Man, fuck Andrew Tate. If being a more present dad and being a better partner is your insult, we'll take it every time, the pair shared on April 29th. Dads, we've got so many events coming up over the summer, and we'll see you at one very soon. After Tate's ugly remarks went viral, Price and Carter's events only gained more popularity. On June 7th, the hosts paired with Fluxbox, a menstrual health company that makes first period kits for young girls and their parents. And together they held their first Periods and Ponytails event at the Prince Club in West London. Periods shouldn't be a mom topic, they're a parenting topic. The Secret Life of Dads posted on Instagram. A daughter who knows her dad won't flinch or hand the conversation over to mom is a daughter who will hopefully grow up with a positive outlook on men. At the event, a representative from Fluxbox led a PowerPoint presentation on period basics from the menstrual cycle to Diva cups. Pads and tampons were passed around so the dads could take a closer look, as the instructor led a pub quiz on everything they've learned. The class ended with another hairstyling lesson as the dads practiced high ponytails and braids and cheered each other on. This is the kind of parenting we need, an Instagram user wrote. A great program bringing a bunch of dads together that all want to be there for their daughters and giving them the information and hands-on practice to do so with confidence. In their post, Price and Carter emphasized that dad serves as the first example of how a man can show up for their daughters. The big takeaway, and there were many, was that as a dad, you don't need all the answers, you just need to be willing to sit through the moments that make you feel uncomfortable and stay anyway. They wrote, "She'll never forget it." Do you want to see a picture of the dads?
Yes.
Here's
Yes, I do.
Here's the not a script. I just need to share. Here's the dads learning how to use the mannequins from the stylist.
Wow.
This is them on the podcast. This is them all standing around.
Oh, look at that braid.
I
on the pink
know.
one.
They're doing
Oof.
good.
Man.
And then this is them at periods and ponytails. Look, they have you can tell they were testing the tampons out because they have glasses of water on the table.
That's hilarious.
That's so funny to me. Anyway, they're very cute.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Did you, I guess I should just ask, I don't know, you can answer this if you want to. Did you ever get like a period talk from either of your parents or no?
No, I kind of just like I knew what it was from TV, and I had a health class.
That's fair.
We discussed this about you, by the way. I know that you were in denial about your period and then you thought you were dying.
Yeah, I thought, well, you're on the, you get a little freaked out, right? When you're like, it's not going to happen to me.
I can't, listen, if you're someone who also thought the period was never going to happen to you, please let me know. I need to know.
I think they said there was a chance that some people just don't get theirs. Or maybe they meant they just don't get them, like, around the same time as everyone. Like, some people get them later, some people get them earlier. I don't know. I heard there's a chance that I won't get it, and that will be mine. But it's okay. Trying to think back. I don't think... my mom, I think, told me about it. Maybe, but I did take, like, 3 health classes that... Well, no, at that point, I think I just took 1. Yeah, that told me about it. And then I think I remember my dad telling me, bless his heart, in like not in a sarcastic way, but like I think he did tell me, and I didn't talk about it. There was one point, I'm so open talking about periods now, but now at the time I was very insecure and very shy about it. He did try to tell me, hey, you can talk to me about this stuff, and I'm like, I can't even say the word period. Can't even say it. So I was like, I appreciate how open he was, but it's okay. He tried his best. I just was too shy to, reciprocate a conversation about that stuff. But hey, I love that those dads are, I think that's great. Because I do feel like it's a parenting topic. It's not just like, oh, go talk to your mom. Like, no. No. None of that. Mm-mm.
I agree.
You are there for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. So, that is a great story, Tiff. I swear, you find these these stories are so great, and I'm like, man, that was not there when I looked. She found it somewhere.
Oh, I think it's very cute. I love these examples of positive masculinity and men who are strong leaders, but also lead with compassion and kindness and openness. And I think, I talk a lot of shit about men. I think a lot of people know that I'm pretty openly, at best a skeptic of men, and at worst maybe even a misinterest. I don't know. You could say that. But what I can say is that I do recognize when a man is worth his salt. And I really appreciate and respect that.
That's great. I will say, at the tattoo parlor today, that was a big topic. Good.
Men?
Good. It's fine. Yeah, men. Men came up. Yeah.
I have feelings about men, too.
Yeah, it was more just a lot of the men being, like, pedophiles and stuff. That's all. So hey, on that note, though, I'll tell you more. Do you want to hear my story?
Yeah, can you tell me your story? Because now we're talking about pedophiles, and that's not what this is about.
I know. That's why I was like, forget it. Take it out. Mark it.
Okay, let me start from the beginning. Paper.
Okay.
Do you have a story to tell me?
By golly, I do, Tiff.
I knew it. I knew you did.
So, It's a little. All right, here's my story. So, in British Columbia, Canada, Leah Wilson noticed crows circling and dive bombing one of the houses in her neighborhood. She noticed there was a crow stuck in a rain gutter, but it was too high for her to reach using just your standard length ladder. Leah said she knew she had to do something about it. She noticed a fire truck parked a few blocks away and told them, "Hey, you look like you want to save a crow today." She said the firefighters were so gracious and wonderful. It made her heart so full. Two firefighters rescued the trapped bird. Leah transported the bird to an animal rehabilitation center. And the bird actually latched onto her finger and held on. And she said that was life changing. The facility informed Leah that the bird had been recovered enough from its minor injuries to be to be released back into the wild. One day, Leah was walking her dog, and a crow flew down and dropped this feather bundle at her feet. Leah didn't know it was the crow she rescued or if it was a friend of the bird who dropped a thank you gift. Since then, crows have been dropping off various items at her feet and have been more present during her like friendly daily walks.
What?
Yeah.
Crows are so fucking cool, bro.
Yeah, isn't that like just so adorable that like she just did this and like, yep, they're just, it's so cute. It's so cute. I'll show you. There's a picture of like the feather bundle that the bird dropped off for her.
Please.
Leah says that she grew up with the understanding of the importance of having a relationship with the natural world. It feels so good. It's like visiting my friends every morning and knowing they're going to be there. When we are aware of what is happening around us, there is so much potential to come together and beautiful things can happen. Leah said she recognizes the bird she rescued by a small metal band on its leg from the rehabilitation center. And actually, according to the National Audubon Society, which is like a bird conservation organization, crows are highly intelligent creatures that have been observed using tools, recognizing human faces, and leaving objects behind for people who feed them. Ain't that dope? Ain't that dope, though?
They're so smart, and they'll recognize your face for like ever. That's why if you ever do a crow wrong, like they also remember that shit.
They'll get you. Look at him.
He's such a baby angel.
He is. And then here's the feather bundle. Yep. And then I think she has like a tray of like little like various things of stuff. It was really good.
That's so cute.
Yeah. I didn't say this at the end of the thing. She's part of the flock. I love that. She's part of the flock though. But yeah, I got that story from goodnewsnetwork.org, by the way. But yeah. That's my story though. It was really cool.
That's really cool.
I thought
that did make me smile and give me some hope, actually.
I'm glad. I know it. Now I want to go like help a crow out, you know? Like like wait, but I don't want one to be in danger. Just saying. Oh, that's so cool. Birds are so cool.
Birds are so cool. Thanks for your story, Perp.
Yo, well.
I had fun doing a podcast with you, even though I'm not really sure what we were talking about the whole time sometimes.
That's the magic of the podcast. We get to both re-listen to it and be like, oh, yeah.
Well.
It's all good.
All right. That's our podcast. Go home. You guys have a great week.
Woo, woo, woo.
I guess my main advice is if you're approached by somebody on an empty beach, don't go to their dad's house. They're probably trying to kidnap you, so don't go to their dad's house.
But then their mom's house is a yes. Is that what you're saying?
No, just don't go to a stranger's house if they find you on an empty beach. I just don't think it's safe.
No, just don't. Just trust your gut is what I would say. Trust your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's your advice. I would say, for my advice, it would be, hey, maybe don't bully creators of things that you enjoy, and don't bully tattoo parlors. That's what I would say as well. Those are two things. Also, feed your tattoo artist. That's also another thing.
Oh, that's a cute one. Yeah, bring your tattoo artist a little snack. They like that. But make sure, you bring stuff that's like allergen free if you don't know.
Yeah, or prepackaged, because I think it's more not that they don't trust you, but I think it's just safer. That's all. But yeah, that's my advice. Um, I think that's it. Uh, yeah, dope. All right, guys, we will see you next time.
Yeah, follow us on the pod, rate us 5 stars, and come kiss us on the mouth. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.